understand it. When somebody comes straight up, it might sting a little bit. Motherfuckers are more comfortable with you really telling them what it is. Tell me what the fuck is. Don't have me out here looking stupid. Let me know. Be straight up. Because if I find out some shit, it's going to be hell for you. And whoever else with you, it's going down.
And whoever the hell else knew about it.
Yeah, I can't promise you nothing else but something going to happen. That's the only thing I can promise you. I can't promise you nothing.
I was like,
but
you be like, oh, you knew about it too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody getting it. Everybody.
I never understood it. I never agreed with that, and that was never my philosophy. If I'm in a relationship with you, and I have an issue, you are going to be the person that know I have an issue. I'm not telling my cousins, my sisters. Definitely ain't telling my mama, because she going to sound the horns. And she going to say like Uncle Greg said, she going to tell it for God get the news.
Let it fly.
Yeah, that's what my mother gonna do. So yeah, you don't tell people your relationship business. You talk to your partner.
Hey, first of all, you tell my relationship business, they know how to come at you.
Yeah, they know how to come at you. Yeah.
That's the first thing you do. You tell a motherfucker your business, they know how to come at you.
Yeah.
Oh, so he not doing this, and you just wonder about
then
that.
Then everybody start getting into, start talking to you, and other people start feeling like. I remember a situation I had one time in my relationship with my partner, and she was trying to help out a friend, right? And the friend came in, and I was already reluctant because I have like an 8th sense. I don't even have a 6th sense. I have an 8th sense. I was already reluctant.
You know what's up.
Because I knew what was up. I knew already that this was not going to be a great situation, but out of support for my partner and the fact that so many of my family members have come into our home. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll agree to it. But what happened was, this person decided that she wanted to interfere with how me and my partner related to each other. And she wanted to decide all these things like, oh, she doesn't work. She's not working right now. At the time, I had just stopped working my job. We had moved in, and I had given up my job at that point, resigned. Mm-hmm. She was like, oh, she's not working and all this, but she's speaking Spanish, right? She's speaking to her in Spanish, like she doesn't do anything. What did she do today? Like, having these conversations with my partner, and I became angry with my partner at the time, but I didn't tell her I was angry, which I probably should have did. I didn't tell her I was angry because I wanted her to realize what was going on around her without her understanding, without me having to say anything, because I didn't want to come off as confrontational, because once I get going, once I turn it on, there's no off switch. So I was trying to avoid that kind of confrontation. So I did not say anything. But as time went on, the behavior started to worsen. Like the person was in my home disregarding me. You know, she was in my home speaking about children, about me. Like it was all these things going on, and my partner, you know, at the time, my partner did not still see what was going on. But I knew it'd take her a little longer to get there, so I was patient. But then she crossed the line, and then I had to whoop her. See, and that's when the problem came, because at this point now, I had to physically pick somebody up and throw them down steps. I had to pick somebody up with my hands, because when I get mad, I get mad. And if it were not for my parents, they would have went over. But that's the result of you not controlling your company and allowing people into your relationship that have no place in there. You cannot let people into your space, because they will destroy. Especially if they don't have anything to mirror what you have, the security that you have, the affirmation that you have that this person genuinely loves you and cares for you. When people see that and they broken, they latch on to that. They trying to destroy that, because misery loves company. But I was there for misery that day. And I picked misery up and threw misery out my fucking front door. And misery has never been back since then. But I should not have been put in that position. But we learned a valuable lesson. We moved on, and we had extensive communication about the situation, because I didn't let it go.
But tell me, how good did it feel putting your hands on somebody else?
It felt amazing in that moment. But I felt really shitty after I did it.
Oh, I never felt.
And I'm like, I had to go through this. I had to put myself in a situation that I didn't really want to be in, because a person was allowed into my relationship. So I don't play that. I don't play that at all. You can't do that because that's what people would do. Like you said, they would come and they would turn stuff and twist stuff and flip stuff and try to destroy your happiness.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't tell people your business. Keep your business to yourself and tell your partner when you're mad. I'm fucked up with you today. That's how you move on. Nobody else ever knows that you was mad with the other person, but the other person. We enjoy getting the 15 fights and
but see, that's the problem, yo. Everybody always feel that they need to talk to somebody else. Like, well, I'm gonna talk to another man about what's going on with me and my husband.
Oh, that's a no.
Fuck no, yo.
That's a no.
Because any dude with a dick,
that's the truth.
He gonna be sitting there like, oh.
He ain't hearing what you saying. He hearing what you saying.
He hearing how to get in.
He's like, oh yeah, this nigga, and he just encourages. Oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna change.
Look, this nigga, this nigga figuring out how to get in, but telling you, well, y'all need to work it out. Why you trying to figure out how to stick dick in you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, get the fuck out of here, yo! What the fuck are you, stupid? Yeah.
You gotta pay attention to the signs, and if you don't pay attention to the signs, it will definitely destroy your relationship, and you'll be miserable. Black people, black women in particular, have to understand and be very clear about this. Y'all are the only group with no husbands. They took y'all husbands away and they keep feeding you this poison that black men are your enemy and that you can do all this on your own. Being independent is a beautiful thing. It's called autonomy. We all should have control of our own destinies in our life and our success. But that is not the same thing as having a companion to build a life with. And they have gotten that shit sadly mistaken.
Look, because they listen to all these white women fuck around running about.
But the white women's husbands are at home.
Exactly.
The Asian women's husbands at home. The Indian women's husbands at home. You name them.
You tell me I don't even mind, but you got one.
Husbands are at home. Everybody has a husband in the house but the black woman. And that's not a generalization of all black women. I'm just saying, statistically. And we think it's okay. We've adapted this concept of I'm an independent woman, which is separate from having a healthy relationship. You can still be both. An independent woman with a fucking husband and some stability and some happiness, some real happiness. Grow old with some damn body. Don't cheat yourself.
Nah, they get too busy listening to Beyonce saying, oh,
Beyonce is a husband who's treating her well.
Like, how somebody tell you to be an independent woman, but you got a man in the house?
But see, because Beyonce is talking about independence in the real sense of just having autonomy and
people
being
taking this shit
control.
wrong because they like,
but
I don't need no man.
Beyonce has a husband. She has a husband that she fought for. Infidelity happened in their relationship, but she fought for that marriage. They fought for their marriage. That's what you have to do. You have to understand forgiveness in a marriage too. You have to understand forgiveness. And that we are human and you have to learn how to heal and move on. Not entanglements, but real forgiveness. They didn't get on live TV and tell everyone, come on, man. You have to. Beyonce made a couple songs about busting up car windows and shit. We got innuendos.
The gist of it.
We got the gist. And that's how you're supposed to tell the story.
Hey, look, what you
Make
said.
some money
Let's
off
get
of
on forgiveness. Let's get on forgiveness for a second. Most black men are not taught how to forgive because they're not even taught how to feel. When you're a kid, you man up. So you don't know how to feel. So how do you know how to forgive?
It's the reason why we have high rates of violence in our communities. And I will never use the most derogatory, racist terms, black on black crime, because that is not a real thing, people. It does not exist. So don't ever say that again. It's foolish. But the amount of crime that we see is an indication that they don't understand, feel, and forgiveness, and apathy, and empathy for another human being. Everything is quick to set your temper off. Everything is violating you. Everything is just, nah, I can't let that ride. Well, you kind of can. You're choosing not to let it ride.
I was thinking, I'm a victim of that, yo. I've never been taught how to forgive when somebody wronged me. I was never taught how, so I never knew how. I could say I forgive, but all I did was tuck it away.
Mm-hmm.
I never learned how. What does forgiveness feel like?
It's hard. It's a difficult thing. And it depends on who it is you're forgiving too. That plays a major part. I can forgive my children for eating more food than I told them to. I can forgive my children for bringing home a bad grade or doing something or getting in trouble. That's an easy forgiveness. But when you're talking about betrayal, somebody betrayed you like a parent or a spouse, I think that forgiveness takes a lot of work, probably some therapy. Because I don't know the easiest answer to forgiving. I really don't.
I gotta turn this light on.
I think understanding. Beautifully Black, we back.
All right, we back down. You gotta get back to forgiveness.
Forgiveness. So yeah, I don't know. I think you need a lot of therapy for forgiveness, for real forgiveness.
Yeah.
Because we say we forgive people, but when somebody betrays you, it's a very difficult thing to move forward. And I think the easiest thing I've been able to do in those situations I don't think I forgave. I just said, you know what? This person has shown me who they are, and I'm going to believe them. And I, treat them accordingly. So that was my version of forgiveness. So I don't really know what forgiveness is for me. I just move accordingly after that. Like if I know you've burned me terribly, like, I can't. I'm like, okay, you show me who you were. I'm going to believe you. And I'm going to leave you be. We will never exist together again, though. My cutoff game is strong. It is, man. I don't know about forgiveness. That's a tough one. I don't think I've mastered that. I don't think many people have mastered forgiveness because I just have not. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. My wife says she know how to forgive. I don't know that.
She might.
Hey, Candy. She right here. Ask her. She was like this. I don't forgive it.
Joy, do you know how to forgive?
I don't think the act of forgiveness comes all at once. I feel like there are processes. Just like you say the person showed you who they were, and you believed them, and you moved on and separated yourself.
Yeah.
But I guess in the sense of what my husband is speaking about is how do you forgive somebody and move forward?
Yeah.
With Will and Jada or with whoever, some other couple that cheated or whatever. Like, how do you get past that? And I think the forgiveness comes in the form of if that person truly shows you empathy and sympathy and shows you in their behavior that they're different, shows you in their actions that they're different, not just by saying, hey, look at me, I changed, I'm different. Forgive me. I think there's a rebuilding process, just like the forgiveness process is you have to break down this wall. Whereas my trust in you has to begin to build again in order to move forward.
See?
No, I think it's me. Because, I was taught forgiveness was never for the other person. It's always for me. To release me from that pressure.
It's a very Christian answer.
You.
But
no,
look, the easy way to release someone the pressure is just leave. What's easier than that?
No,
you don't have that pressure anymore.
Do you think when you leave, if Will and them got married, he would not be devastated, he would not be broken?
If he left?
Yeah.
I think he has enough money.
He would leave. He would be broken. But
I think he has enough money to buy a little bit of pain relief.
He would never have to deal with that
he
issue.
Still does.
He could buy some pain relief.
He would never have to. He would never have to deal with that issue again. Because they can say now they saying that's why your wife fucked out. You're like, that's my ex-wife. I'm out.
He could pay for therapy.
But saying this your ex-wife doesn't make it not so. What happened?
But it makes it better
How?
on him mentally. And I left her. And then mentally, he's removed
mentally,
himself.
That could fuck him up.
Removed himself from the situation.
I don't know. That's a tough one, though. I don't know how he's gonna. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna move forward. I wish him well, though, but that's terrible. It's just terrible even thinking about it.
Yeah, of course it is.
I can't think about it because if I think about, being in love the way I'm in love and something like that was to take place, because I believe that he was in love with her. He doted over her. I believe that he really loved Jada.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that he was that much in love with her. And like Brent said, I think he loved her more than she loved him at the end of the day.
You never know what was going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, in regard to.
But he showed a lot of.
What he showed the world, because they're both actors.
Oh yeah.
They're both They're in the limelight. They have PR people to guide all their verbiage, their every thought, their every emotion. They have somebody to tell them how to react and to respond. Whereas we as normal people, right? Like we react.
I need that. I need to learn somebody to tell me how to act.
You know, like I was saying before, she's been taught how to, like, forgiveness for me.
Yeah, my grandmother was big in the church.
No.
She was like super Christian.
How is forgiveness? How is it for me? Why would I forgive you?
Yeah.
How is it for me? I never understood that. You got to forgive somebody to let yourself be free. No. Still don't make sense to me. No matter how I twist this, I can't make sense of it.
It's not
something that makes sense. It's just a feeling that happens.
Why do you want to hold on and carry the weight of the pain?
It's the feeling that occurs, that moves through your soul. It's not about what you think it's going to be, how you planning it, how it's going to land, what it's going to be. It's about the feeling. That feeling,
like
it releases that pain and lets it go.
Somebody you love and trust.
It's like gas. You like fart.
Yeah, it lets it go. When you go to confront the person afterwards, you don't have that heaviness that's sitting right here inside the back of your chest. It's not there anymore.
You talking about you got heaviness there.
How does it
gone?
How does it go? How?
Because when you forgive them, it has to be sincere. It has to be real. You can't just say I forgive you. It has to be a real feeling. So when that real feeling occurs and it moves through you, it releases that heaviness from your soul.
It's freeing.
It's like a
yeah.
It
allows you to move on.
You know how you spray something.
It allows you to be able to say that I'm not dealing with you no more. I've accepted you as a person that you are. Understand that this is your behavior. I can't judge your behavior. I just don't flow the same way. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I understand that people. I understand that people.
But
you know.
Well, how are you a married person and you believe in that?
What?
You don't believe a person that has done wrong do you believe that they are the sum of their fears? Their entire being is the sum of their transgression?
No.
So how can you then therefore believe that if you've wronged me, that's it for you? There's no more good in you.
Oh, it depends on the offense.
That's all I'm saying.
It depends on the offense. That's just like in a court of law. You know, you can get more time for a murder than you get for stealing bubble gum. It depends on the offense. But if you're talking about entanglements, I don't know. I don't give a fuck how much I love you, because love probably don't live here no more. We gonna have to, as much as it pains me, I'm gonna have to respect who you are, who you show me you are, accept you where you are, and move the fuck on. Period. There's nothing to discuss because you didn't value me in that moment.
What do you do with the love that you have?
You keep it. It's still there. It doesn't go anywhere. But I can't trust you.
You still love the person.
So why would you give it all up?
Because I love all people. You can love somebody and not want to be with them. I love all human beings. Love is a part of me. I'm gonna love you.
Let me be quiet.
Human to human. I am.
You right there.
Okay, but you're talking different, because you told me.
What did I tell you? If you cheated, I would stay with you?
Yeah, you said that's not, you told me.
I said, but that's what me and you was not a deal breaker.
You said that for cheating.
But an entanglement, and you wouldn't tell the whole world. I'm sure you wouldn't get on the world and tell the whole world.
That's different.
I said, it's something we could work through.
And it was long ago, and it was.
But if you went out there and you fucked somebody and my cousins found out and everybody, we having a whole different situation.
If everybody finds out, then the situation changes.
Yeah, you've embarrassed me. That means you have no regard for who I am as a person. You didn't even have enough respect to hide it.
If everybody finds out, there's no way you
There's no way you getting back.
There's no way to work it through.
Kiss my foot, yeah.
She said,
Yeah.
I told you she understands the concept of forgiveness.
She does.
It's
Anyway.
gonna have to be a part 2 and 3.
So
Till the next time, to the next episode. We never got to what we really want to talk about. We're
we're not done. We'll close up and start another one.
Oh, let's
you
do
need
that.
another shirt? Change your shirt?
No, I'm not changing shirts.
Put a teaser in there. Y'all about to talk like right now.
We can go right start now, but don't give a shit.
We about to start as well because we have to talk about this. It's important.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming through.
Subscribe.
And hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Please.
She gonna get it all out.